Welcome to TradersArmy.com, defending your right to build wealth and preserve capital for generations to come.
Welcome everybody to the Daily Market Commentary. I am your host, Charlie, and this is my co-host, not as amazing as me, of course, Dad.
Well, my son is full of humility, as you can clearly tell, but welcome everybody. Hope you guys had an amazing trading day yesterday. I know I'm running a little bit later than usual, so we're just going to cover our four major futures markets today, and we're going to do this fairly quickly. Remember, those of you that are using the TradersArmy.com free preview week, we've got a live Q&A session tonight at 7 p.m., so please join us for our 7 p.m. live Q&A session. Remember, the idea there is you bring any questions that you want and can ask anything you want, and we will do our best to kind of go through it. So let's go ahead and dive in. So the S&P this morning, we're up about 15. I had a little bit of a supply area here earlier, and it was this little level here was our supply area off of this zone. I have since taken that and pulled it off, and the reason I pulled it off is because our overall trend is continuing to rise, right? If we look at our big picture trend, which is the 4-hour chart, moving to the 4-hour, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to tell. Charlie, which direction is this price going?
Kind of like some speed candles.
Right.
Well,
we got speed candles going up. Right.
Going up.
So we've got a lot of these candles that are going up. So our trend is going up. So should we be buyers or sellers? What do we think?
Buyers.
Buyers. So
it
we
would
should
be better if you're sellers because you get money, then you can buy more toys.
Right, but we're going to be buyers in this case as the market comes back down to potential areas of demand. So these are the areas that I'm looking at for this evening and this afternoon. We have a little 15-minute level right in here on the right around the European market open, kind of in that time of day. 28.95, 28.97. I think there's a tiny little level in here where we could see a bit of a reversal if we pull back somewhere around the market open. That corresponds in the NASDAQ to this little 60-minute level here, right? Charlie, what do we call these candles right here, these big candles that go straight up? Remember what those are called? Mm-hmm. What are those called?
Speed candles.
We call those speed candles, right? And speed candles oftentimes tends to get retraced. So retrace means that it's going to come back down.
Like a pattern, actually.
Yeah, exactly like a pattern. And so when we see that prices here went which way? Went up. So when price comes back to here, which way is it probably going to go?
Down.
Well, it's got to get down to get there, but once it touches these green lines, it's probably going to turn around and go
up.
Back up, right? And that's the retracement of the speed candle. So that's the area that I'm looking at in the NASDAQ. So both of those levels, both the S&P and the NASDAQ, I'm really not interested in many of the shorts, right? I've seen people out there that are looking to short it over and over again. That's really their where am I going to get short? I'm not going to get short until the market tells me to do so, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. Now, crude oil. So looking here at crude. In crude, we have this blue line here. This blue line is acting as a bit of a ceiling. So when price hits a ceiling and goes back down, hits a ceiling again and goes back down, eventually, what's it going to do to that ceiling?
Break through the ceiling, and eventually it's going to hit a new one, and it has to break through that ceiling. It goes up until it hits a new ceiling.
Right. So prices has to break the ceiling to get to the new ceiling. And we're also kind of, which way is price going here? Is it going up, down, or kind of sideways?
Kind of sideways.
So
it's kind of like bullish, bearish, like both-ish.
Right. Bullish, bearish, both-ish. That's a good way to put it, Charlie. You've heard it from the words of a 7-year-old. Bullish, bearish, both-ish. And that's kind of where we are, right? We're in a sideways chopping market. If you want to go to a small time frame and look at this on a 15-minute chart, you do have a potential for a breakdown below here, below this little 15-minute level. If you want to give that one a try, I think that's a pretty good little area, especially if we base in front of it coming back down. So you could take the short in there, but we are kind of sideways price action, which is a little bit harder to trade. Now, in gold, yesterday we talked about a breakdown in gold. Leave me a comment below if you were able to take the breakdown in gold. If you did take the breakdown in gold, I think that actually sets up for one of our better trades of the day. If I look at yesterday's breakdown, it was this line here. So this line was acting as a what, Charlie? Think about that. It was hitting and went up, hitting and went up, hitting and went up. So this was...
In my perspective, it's kind of like a floor.
Right, it was a floor. Now, that floor, later in the day, what happened to that floor right here? That floor got...
Kaboom.
Floor got broken. So once that floor is broken, if we fall through the floor and we look up above us, what's going to be up above us?
A ceiling.
A ceiling. So the old floor oftentimes becomes the new... Ceiling. So we have a really nice little level here. See how the market's chopped sideways there? At the area that used to be the old floor. See how this was the old floor? And now we have this little bit of base at the new ceiling. Now, this is the opportunity if you were a breakout trader to take the breakdown. And we've got a really nice breakdown that's happened from that trade. If you missed the breakdown, this could be a good chance for a reversal when price indeed returns to that level.
But it's kind of that red candlestick, that last red candlestick, it kind of looks like it's slightly down, so I'd push sell.
You'd push the sell button here? All right, well, we'll give you a chance later to push the sell button. But the markets overall, we've definitely now on the hourly chart created some lower lows. On the 4-hour, we officially have put in a lower swing low, right? So now this does give me a reason to look for a reversal on that 4-hour chart. If I even go all the way out to the daily, I think we could be looking for a decent little pullback with an opportunity to get long somewhere a bit lower. So overall, those are going to be our 4 major markets for today. As far as our other markets, not a whole lot of action occurred. Our ZN, we had a breakdown below this line here. That breakdown has hit, and prices are still falling. In the euro, we talked about this little euro supply level yesterday. Prices did hit our euro supply level, and then remember it's a 15-minute chart. So on a 15-minute chart, the 6 candle rule would tell us we hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We didn't really get much movement after 6 candles. You may have taken your profit on this little move down here, but if you didn't, the worst case you should do is move your stop to break even. That's why we have the 6 candle rule in place. As of today, I'm not really going to add anything to my charts. Canadian dollar, we got a little bit of a breakout to the upside from this triangle that I was talking about yesterday, this little pennant. And so if you took this, you really have gone nowhere with it. So there's no reason to really kind of hold on to it and stay in it all that much longer. Great British Pound, Japanese Yen. The Japanese Yen, my talk yesterday was mostly around just staying put. There's really not a reason to really do anything with it yet, and that's really kind of what it told us. And then the British Pound, we didn't break through our little ceiling area up in here. So overall, I think that the markets right now are telling me to stay bullish. There's going to be some individual equity opportunities maybe to get bearish, but we're going to stay bullish overall in these markets. If you've got questions, send us an email, support@tradersarmy.com. Hope you guys all have a great day. See you soon.